So finally, the paint on the RX-8 is starting to look good. There's only one problem. The headlights are starting to look pretty awful. Funny enough, one of the first memories that I have with this car, shortly after I got it, I had a friend over and we tried to brighten up the headlights using toothpaste and rags, and unsurprisingly, it didn't work. But I can now get these to look really good. I'm not gonna be using any of those fancy Wish products, use this specific chemical and it gets all bright. I'm gonna do it the proper way. I'm gonna sand the haze off and then I'm gonna clear coat them with a really good clear coat. I have to get them off first though, and I'm super intelligent and didn't bring my tripod, so. Normally, I would make a pot of coffee as I start a project, but it's way too hot. It's, if I had to estimate, outside it's roughly 7,000 degrees. So instead, we're gonna unleash the monster, because I need my caffeine, but a pot of coffee ain't gonna do it. I think I might need to take the bumper off to get the headlights off, which I'm not too thrilled about, but I'm gonna start tearing in and see how much is required. I definitely do have to take the bumper off. This sucks. That was graceful. Nothing quite like a D16 exhaust manifold as a chair. Ta-da! So we got that one off. Unsurprisingly, there was, if I had to estimate, 45 10 mils holding that thing on. But we just have that one to get off, and then we can take these things home and get them looking fresh. Did I mention that it's kind of hot here? Number 2 is removed, and that was easy. Realistically, I could have done all the work on the headlights, leaving them in the car. I just don't like masking, and I didn't want to. I knew that I would get a better job if I pulled them, so I'm going to a little bit of extra work just so I get like 10% better product, you know? We safely made it back home with these headlights, and now I gotta do a wet sand over them just to remove the oxidized plastic that's on the top layer. The plastic overall is in fine condition, it's just this very top layer that's causing some issues. This headlight's done, I got one more. Both of them have been fully sanded and they're looking pretty good. Obviously they're hazy, but it's in a very different way. It's not UV damage as it is light surface scratches, which is fine because I'm going to be covering those up anyways. And it's time for the second step, but first I have work. Okay, I finished sanding and masking both of the lenses. I went 400, 800, 1200, all wet sand. They're looking pretty good. The scratches aren't too noticeable, but they are just like overall a little bit hazy. But that will go away when I hit them with the clear coat. I masked them off as well. I could have popped the like plastic lenses off the surface here, but I'm too lazy. I also would have liked to use newspaper to like cover out the rest of it, but I can't find any. So I'll take them outside and rub them down with rubbing alcohol to make sure they're nice and clean. No grease, nothing on here preventing the clear coat from sticking. And it is time to spray these things. They're gonna look so good. I'm gonna throw some clear coat over the headlights. This is a 2K technology. To be honest, I have no idea what that means, but what I do know is this is a 2-part clear. Much like a lot of automotive paints, they have a hardener and then a base. This is pretty much the same, but it's in a rattle can. So it has this lovely little key up here in the cap. It's pushed into the bottom here. There we go. It mixes another smaller container of hardener, I assume, in with the rest of the clear. So that's in there, and now I can shake it up, make sure that it is all incorporated. This is going to be a lot better against UV rays. It's not going to yellow as easily. It's not going to peel. And as long as you have this going on a good prepped surface, this should hold up about as well as most automotive clear coats. That looks so much better already. Part of the reason I like this 2-part stuff right here so much is it cures a whole lot faster. It still takes about a day before you can go over and sand and polish, but this stuff sets up so quickly that you don't really have to worry about drips. You can put on pretty heavy coats, which helps eliminate orange peel, and you don't have to worry about it dripping too much, which is really, really nice. I got a nice coat on these. They're looking really good so far. There's a little bit of orange peel, but I can clean that up once it's all cured. One thing that I really don't like about spraying outside, ventilation is nice. They cure pretty quickly because it's hot out, especially right now. But There's bugs. So bugs are my nemesis. There's one right here. Well, that was dumb. I'm gonna have to sand that out, and I just touched it, so, you know, I'm not the most intelligent. One thing that I think is really cool is there is a little rotor in there, right on that chrome ring right there. I don't think I've ever really seen these headlights very clear, so I didn't know that was there. I'm gonna leave these to cure for a while. I think I'm probably gonna hit them with a 1200 grit. I think I'm probably gonna hit them with a 1200 grit wet sand just to even out some of the orange peel and get rid of that bug and my fingerprint. And then I will go back over and hit them with one more coat. So I've left the headlights set to cure for quite a while, and they're looking pretty good. Okay. We got the headlights back. All I have to do is install them, and this is the part I've been looking forward to. Can you see me? I don't know. So I just finished unmasking the lights, and I'll be completely honest, I'm not loving them. When they were at my house and I was looking at them, they looked pretty decent, but now that I'm here at the garage, I don't know if it's the different lighting, I don't know exactly what it is, but they're not looking the best to me. There's a little bit of haziness still in the middle, and it looks like it's under the clear coat, so I'm not entirely sure how that got there or how I can get rid of it, aside from sanding them all down and then starting over again. And that's not something I really want to do right now. I'm gonna install them and live with them for a little while. See if it's something that really bothers me, and if it is, then maybe I'll go back over them eventually. But for right now, they're gonna have to do. But I'm not the happiest with them, unfortunately. Now I have it installed, you can see a little bit what I'm talking about. Overall, it's not too bad, but there is still a bit of a haziness under the top layer of clear coat, which is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, got them both installed on the car. Despite not being super thrilled with how they turned out, it looks so much better, and I can't wait to show you guys. So I'm gonna throw the front bumper on, and then I'll do a reveal. So despite me saying I'm not happy with these, which is still kind of true, I am okay with how they turned out. I doubt that I'm gonna leave them like this forever. I'll probably go back over them at some point, but they're pretty serviceable for now. Stick around, because all those boxes that I had crammed into my little Miata are for the next video. I'm stealing one of my coworkers' cars, and I'm completely overhauling it to surprise him. On top of that, I got parts for my engine coming soon so I can get my Civic back on the road. If you like all my stuff, stick around, because I got so much more!